My name is Nick Vigas. I work with Dalbello Lawn Sports, and today we're here to talk about the new O10 Dalbello lineup. The Dalbello brand is a unique brand in that we're one of the last family-owned ski boot brands in the world. Sandro Dalbello puts his name on every pair of ski boots that we sell and still works in the factory every day, as well as his son and his two daughters. And we take a lot of pride in that. Dalbello is a brand that stands for value and performance. Every boot that we sell, we try to bring to the market that gives you the most bang for the buck. The Dalbello is a unique company in that we're still built in Montebello, Italy, and you can walk into our factory any day and see one of these boots being built. We also manufacture buckles and parts for a lot of other brands, as well as liners. Dalbello Lawn is a unique company in that we're family owned, and today we're going to talk about our new Krypton series and our three-piece architecture. The first model in our lineup is our Krypton Pro, and this is a new boot from Dalbello that's been reinvented, and it's a 98 lasted ski boot with a three-piece architecture shell. We call it the Cabrio design. Dalbello Lawn Sports has been known for producing two-piece overlapping shells the last 6 to 7 years, but recently we've brought to the market new three-piece architecture. This is a traditional ski boot, which is what the majority of the industry is building. When I talk about two-piece shells, I'm talking about a lower shell and an upper shell, meaning two parts to the puzzle. When you look at a Krypton boot or a new Action boot, we're now talking about a three-piece Cabrio design. And what that means, you've got a lower shell, an upper shell, and a separate tongue that is our third piece to the puzzle. What that means for you as a consumer is a boot like this will give you better heel hold, better freedom of movement, and a more even flexing ski boot. Very progressive. Within the Dalbello's lineup, we're one of the only companies in the market that's doing significantly different shells. We talked about our two-piece architecture and our three-piece architecture, but within those lines we also build different lasts. For instance, our Krypton series for men and for women are all 98 lasted ski boots, which is going to be a B lasted ski boot. When you move to our Proton for men or Electra series for women, we move to a boot that's 101 lasted, and this is going to be a C width boot. When you move to our Action or Raya series, now we're talking about three-piece architecture boots again that are 103 lasted, which is going to be a true D lasted ski boot. The O10 lineup of Dalbello ski boots, within our whole lineup we use Ultra-One foam from almost our $300 price point all the way up to our $800 price point. Ultra-One foam is the best foam that you can buy. A feature of the Krypton series and Action series is a patent by Dalbello. It's called the Dynalink Buckle. What the Dynalink Buckle does, it gives you superior heel retention in a ski boot. With traditional ski boots, the second buckle is mounted to the upper shell. So when the shell is being flexed forward, the buckle travels forward. With the Krypton and Action series from Dalbello, we mount our buckle through the upper shell into the lower shell. Instead of using a traditional plastic wrap on the second buckle, we actually use a cable system that's attached to the lower shell, not the upper shell. What that does for you as a consumer is when you flex forward in the ski boot, you can see the upper shell travels around the buckle so that this buckle here and this cable are always in a constant position. What that means is it gives you superior heel hold in a ski boot. You should have no problems with heel lift in this boot. The Raya boot from Dalbello is one of the best ladies' boot in the market, and it's also a very different boot out there. The reason why I say it's different is because it's 103 lasted, but also has a very narrow heel pocket. There's a lot of benefits to this boot. You have a walk and ski feature. You also have a heel inclinator. The heel inclinator will adjust volume inside the ski boot. It'll raise and lower the Zeppa board in there 3 degrees each direction. The other nice thing about this boot is it has that Dynalink Buckle we talked about earlier to give you superior heel hold in the ski boot. All of our boots have heat moldable true fit liners with that Ultra-One foam, as well as having fur for the ladies to make it a little bit easier for the foot to slide into the boot and keep you warmer. This is a new boot for O10 for Dalbello. This is a first glimpse for some people to see. This is called the new Virus. Glenn Plake and his friends have had to put a lot of time and effort into producing a boot that is the ultimate touring boot. The Virus will come in 2 models, but to give you a little glimpse of how it works is very simple. You have a walk ski feature, and our boot actually hinges and gives you more range of motion than most boots out there in this category. 1,600 grams, very light boot, the new Virus. The O10 Action series from Dalbello. This is the boot for the guy that can't fit in a Krypton boot. He's looking for a boot that's a little bit wider, but still wants 3-piece architecture. The boot's 103 lasted in the toe box, which is going to be that CD width. This boot has a lot of nice features for the guy on the floor who doesn't have time to do a lot of boot fitting. If he needs a heel inclinator, the boot can be raised and lowered 3 degrees up and down. It's got a heat moldable true fit liner, all aluminum micro adjustable buckles. Also has the Dynalink Buckle system that gives you constant heel retention to eliminate that heel slop and most that you get with traditional ski boots. Dalbello is also a unique brand in that we only sell to specialty high-end ski retailers. Our boot brand, we've always wanted to protect the brand, and we believe the specialty dealer built this brand, and they can also continue to build it for us. We've now become, in 11 years, in the U.S. market, to the #3 boot brand in total sales, thanks to our specialty retailers.
All right, well, thank you, Nick. We'll see you out on the ski hill.